Hi, fellows.
Hello.
This is Maarij. Um, Today, I want to introduce Maarij to um, Hangman program. I guess, Maarij, do you know what is Hangman?
Yes, I do. Hangman is where like you have to guess the word, and if you don't guess it correctly, then Hangman will be built, and yeah,
And then he will fall off
yeah,
of that rope and he will die.
yeah, and then we lose. But if you get the word, then you win.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, the this Hangman word program is that we have a dictionary of all the words. We have a lot of words in there, and we will going to be using or randomly picking up a word from there, and then storing all the words in our array list, and then in that array list we will pick up one word, and then that word will actually be used as a hangman. So basically that word will be hidden for us. The whole Yes, the whole functionality of that program is actually I have broken down in several pieces uh, for detailed explanation, but I'm not going to do this in this video. This video is just uh, a final complete version of Hangman program, and then we will just run that. If you guys need step by step elaboration on that, please comment down, and then I will make a step by step, 6 step or 5 6 steps of how we have transitioned that program from a basic program to a full flash Hangman program. So basically we have, if I'm going to show you my screen here, I'll share my screen. So basically this is our NetBeans environment. As you are seeing in by default in the default package that is came with NetBeans, I have lot many other programs of Java. The good part with Java is that actually Hangman program I have it here already. So let me just clarify that. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's a full program already available, right, Maarij?
Yep.
So what it does is that it is pointing out to a dictionary. Remember when I used that word dictionary? Dictionary means where are all those words. So as you can see, it's under my user mega folder, and there are some subfolders in here. And here is the text file. You might be wondering what is in this text file, right? So we'll go into that text file and look at that. So I'm going into that path, and here is my list of all the words that are available. It could be very randomly as a, or could be a word that we have heard about it in our normal life, like attitude or attitudes or whatever, right? So that's not a, but basically what we are doing, we are pointing this whole file, and then we are scanning that whole file, and then we will be reading that. So let me start by explaining the Hangman program. So basically I've made some PowerPoint slides on it. But that's what I said. We can uh, explain that whole program. So basically in general, I will just quickly go over this. So basically in Java, the name of the class is called Hangman because this is the Hangman program. And keep in mind, Maarij, for a basic of any basic Java program, if you're writing the class, like this is the class name, public class Hangman, the class name has to match the file name. What is the file name?
Hangman.
Hangman. And the class name is Hangman. So you cannot do this that you will put a Hangman1 and put a Hangman.java. Or alternatively, you can do that Hangman1 here, but you put Hangman inside. So both have to match each other, except the Java part. Dot Java part is not mandatory. Any Java program, just like you're in Python, Jamayani, just any program in Python has a main method, right?
Mm.
Or init method, right? Underscore init underscore, right?
Yeah.
In Java, it is called main method. So basically, we are creating a list of strings uh, and words, name as words. Basically, what we are doing, we're gonna scan all of them into this word array list. Do you know what is array, right?
Yep.
So in the array, you are adding all of whatever the content of this file is.
Yep.
It's as easy as that, not this file. It's this file that we are talking about. If you remember this one, this one. See, I showed you that. So basically, everything inside this file is read um into this words list.
Yeah, I see that.
And then what we are doing once we have done that, we are generating a random, and then we said that based on the size of that array, generate a random number. So and then what it will do, it will be going to read that letter, any letters, right?
And see how long it is.
How long it is, and it is, if it is not equals to 6, meaning that any letter that has except that has a size of 6, so it will continue to do find the letter until, let's say, if the word length is not equals to 6, then it will keep reading that.
Yep. I see that.
If it is not equals to 6, it will keep reading that. So once it finds the one that is actually of the required length, then it will be just printing that out. So let's pause it here and see what happens. So I'll gonna pause it here and see what happens. So I'll go here, debug, and debug that project.
That's Hangman.java.
Yeah,
Not Maven project 2.
or sorry. Yeah, debug this file. This is stopped here. So let's see what kind of word it has picked up. So it has found that there are 37,000
Words.
words in there. And what is the actual word? It has picked up for sopors. So SOPORS, right? Which is 6 letters. One
Can it
or
be bigger than 7? I mean 6.
yeah, we can change that if we need to pick up. So what we are forcing here, and that's a very good question, because what we are forcing it here, that at the first level of the program, our program level 1, it starts with a 6 size letter. Okay.
Yep.
Then if the user pass that, then what we can do in the next program, we can just change it to 7. So then we can increase the intensity of it. So what we are trying to do, hey, continue to find a letter for us, continue to find a word for us until you find a word that is of size 6. Once it's found that, then that is I'm just going to print that. Let's make it run one more time just to clarify that we are saying it right. So I'll stop that here one more time, and then I'll say debug file. And again, it will take some time because, as you know, Java takes a little time to read it out. And then we scroll our mouse. Yeah, idle B, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. So it's confirming that yes, I'm picking up this six characters word, 6 letter word.
Yep.
Once that is done, that is going to be stored in there. So this is just for printing. I can comment that out, no problem. This is just for reference, just a stop point for me. Once that is done, then we start to take what is the player guesses. So keep in mind that this is the string array that we are keeping, and this is a little different. This is called character. Why? Because the user will be entering the character one by one, right?
Yeah.
But the whole part of the string will be read in the word. The whole string will be read in the word. So what we'll do, we'll take a character by character by character by character, and that will be stored in a character list, which is called player guesses. So once the player starts to guess, we are actually here in this portion, we are drawing the hangman. And we'll see that how we draw it, but that's a different, that's a whole, this whole entire thing from here to here is just more of a printing statements and the logic of how the hangman will work. Okay. And then what we did, we start to take the user input and call this function called get player guess. Where is that function? There it is, that function get player guess. Each time you give some input, that keyboard input will go. You are passing this player guesses and string word, and each time what you are trying to do is you are saying that whatever the user has entered is does that match with the player guess, right? And then we start to look at the character at index 0. Start with the character at 0.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we return the word contains the letter guess. If it contains, it will be true. If it not contains, it will be false. So each time it will be returned. So once it is returned, the word count, if it is true, this means true. Basically, not writing a true is actually means true. So it is actually considered as this, as true. I should write true. Okay.
Yep.
But if you don't write it, it's actually by default you are asking that it has to be true. Okay. So once that is done, then we are counting that wrong count. If the user input wrong count is plus plus, otherwise users will be shown the word state at each stage. And once the word state is such that the word and the player guess are both equal, then what will be happening? He won.
Pretty much the part where you win and you lose.
Yeah. So let's stop that and run this program. Let's have some fun. We'll go into the detail a little bit later.
Wait, we can see the name. We can see the letter too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What letter?
The letter, like if we go up and then pause it somewhere up there, and then we'll be able to see the letters, so we can automatically run if we want.
Right, right, absolutely. And we can also run this program now. Let me, yeah, it is running. So now at this point, we know that the word, we can hide this word because you know why it is printing this?
Because
We printed it. But right now, we assume that let's say we don't know about it, right?
But we can't remove it because
yes, obviously we are just printing it, yeah. So A, enter. Yeah, so it found that. T. Oh, T. Oh, I did that, right?
Please enter.
Oh, guess, even though I entered the right. Okay, that's
did. did. It is.
No, but the first time when I entered to you, it said no.
Yeah.
Maybe I pressed some space or something. That's why. This is
Very
one.
picky.
Yeah.
See.
The first time it is saying wrong. So maybe I have to just correct that part in the code. But other than that, you see, I won. So that's the whole logic of that program. But I can change that because the my final Hangman program is might be a little different because I pasted the code a little later. But this is the whole code of the program. So that's what we're gonna do. I'll post that video to you, Maarij. Can you post that in your YouTube channel,
Yep.
please?
Yeah.
Then yes, so we can. Uh, we need your feedback on this, and I can explain this whole program slide by slide, uh, step by step, so you can understand that all.
Yeah.
Thank you.